externally, I feel like the whole reaction so far has just been me going, nice, interesting, very cool. All right, let's get back to it. Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxiddar here, and welcome to the next reaction in the One Piece anime, episode 48. We're heading to Loguetown, and I'm really excited to see what this is all about. I hear this is kind of like a small arc, and like a last little stop before we start really making our way toward the Grand Line. So I'm curious to see what this is all about. And so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right to the reaction. It definitely was a big town in the live action. Oh, that's cool. So it's like the gift shop for the Grand Line? Is that how I'm understanding it? Wow! What a tourist attraction. The execution platform. That would be pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie. Especially if it's someone you really look up to and someone in whose footsteps you do want to follow. Oh no! Of all the people, Sanji! Oh, the ones that returned alive. Wow. I don't know, man. This seems like it might be a tourist trap right here. Wonder what that was. Oh. Uh-oh, now you've done it. Yo, this guy is jacked. He's so badass. 2 cigars? Holy cow. What? That guy's ready to celebrate any occasion. Yo, I can't wait to see him in the live action. That's gonna be nuts. Oh. What have you done, little girl? My pants ate your ice cream. Yo, I could cheer for that guy. Come on. That's not bad. Oh my. What? He's become smoke itself? Interesting. I like this fashion. This reminds me of what my Japanese kids wanted. They always said they wanted to wear rainbow pants and silver socks. Every time we talked about what do you want with like for shopping and stuff. I wonder if that comes from like any sort of Japanese television or a character or something like that. Yo, this guy's awesome. Oh, that was quick. Got GPS tracking smoke? So they must not know that Luffy's wearing a straw hat. I guess he'll blend in for a little while longer. Is this Tashigi? Nice. So great swordsman, but a klutz. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I gotta think back on my brain. Does she look like Kuina? My brain is doing somersaults trying to think right now. Interesting. I think I've said that like 6 times already. That's interesting. Okay. Who is this? Oh, the Gregorian chanting is really unexpected. That's... I'm not gonna say it. I love this. I love that it's just building. It's really world building, to be honest, but it's also just building our story. I think one of the things that I really appreciate about One Piece is I feel like it's a story that you can see being built right in front of you. Where sometimes, in a lot of other stories, you almost have to see the completed piece before you can really appreciate how you got there. And maybe this is just a difference in storytelling capabilities of having, you know, a group of writers versus, you know, like one author kind of working through the overall story. Is every moment feels... since the moment we got here, every single moment that has passed in this episode has felt intentional and not wasted. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a throwaway filler. Like, sometimes to establish settings and locations, you'll spend a lot of time focusing on things that have nothing to do with the characters, and it kind of helps you go, oh, world building. But I have always, and this is also my style of writing, I always like building the world as I'm moving through it. So to see a very similar style as storytelling, it really just makes me go back to those early videos where I wanted to get to know a little bit about Oda before I started getting into One Piece, and just how cool it is to see and understanding a little bit about his style and his style of storytelling. And this goes back to a video that I talked about, putting emotion in motion. And I'm kind of seeing it here. Like, now granted, the animators and the sound designers and everything putting Gregorian chanting in to kind of help evoke that almost reverent, ethereal kind of vibe, while Luffy's, you know, working through kind of the old remnants of old legends that went before. It's incredibly satisfying. I just needed to take a moment and stop and kind of appreciate that, because you know, internally that's kind of the conversation that's going on while I watch this, but externally I feel like the whole reaction so far has just been me going, nice, interesting, very cool. All right, let's get back to it. Wow, that's cool. Again, more just world building. Oh, cool. Man. That is really cool. It's so cool because Luffy might have been lost, but he really needed this too. I feel like that's saying a lot, since we've got a sampling of what comes from the Grand Line. Oh man, he had some heft to him when he was younger, huh? This is so cool being able to spend time with Gold Roger. I kind of see why a lot of you were really excited for me to get here. Holy cow. Just being like inundated with world building. This is so cool. And that was cool being able to actually see that in the live action. Just watch everybody, you know, run out of that square, out of that plaza. That's cool. See that? Luffy won't let you stand still. Wow. He put the passion right back in that guy, didn't he? I feel like I've just had a big dumb grin on my face the whole time. Aww. This is actually so fascinating that we get to see this in the anime too. I was not expecting this. Now, you'll have to tell me, did we get to see a young smoker at the execution? Because, you know, for me, I wasn't familiar with the character to begin with. That's a really interesting visual effect there. Like that warping. This is almost surreal seeing this play out in the anime after having seen the live action. Oh wow. Well, now he knows where to find him though. Wow, just the world building and lore in this episode alone was so... I feel like I can't find the right words to describe it. It felt important for Luffy to see this, but it also was so enlightening for me as the audience member to see it. And then with the added layer of like also kind of viewing it from the storyteller's perspective and how Oda is breaking all of this down. He takes a scene that is fairly static, like just two people talking in a bar, and the way that the bartender is able to kind of weave this legendary character with his words, and you know, even without even seeing the flashbacks of these events as they're happening, we really just get to see the impact of it through Luffy's expression. And this goes back to what I talked about how like just so intriguing it is to watch this emotion play out through motion. And even in just like a static sense, the way that we're moving through the weaving of this character of Gold Roger, and then it gets further enhanced by actually having flashbacks and getting a little bit of time with this character, you know, beyond just the opening to the One Piece anime, and then also having that extra layer of remembering what it was like to watch that key scene within the One Piece live action, and to see it here with everything that went before, where before it was switched around. And this is one of the things that just really makes me love doing what I'm doing here. And I'm glad that I actually watched the live action first, because I think that I have a way to just appreciate everything that I'm seeing, where I'm not so convinced that that would be the case necessarily if I had started with putting all of my focus into the anime and then watching the live action. I feel like I would still be making comparisons, but they would be comparisons of quality and not comparisons of appreciation. But so now that I have this foundation, and I took, like I said, I took the time for like those 2 or 3 videos that were requested by really you, the community, to kind of help me better understand a little bit of Oda and Oda's mind. Is so exciting, and I feel like this really does feel like a beginning, doesn't it? And I guess we could honestly say this is the beginning of our adventure right here. Definitely for me, within the uncharted waters of not knowing where the story is going. But I have to say, the introduction of Smoker here, so cool. I can't wait to see what this character can do. Just the kind of like aura and presence that he has without even really doing anything yet. He's just so cool. He just really captures my attention, and I was not anticipating that at all from the little bit that I saw of his tease at the end of the live action. I think I've spoken long enough. You can tell I really enjoyed this. I hope you really enjoyed this as well, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Noxiddar, out.